The planet Sigonia 4, also known as the Eye of the Storm, is almost entirely a desert planet. And as if that wasn't difficult enough to survive in, sometimes chunks of space debris would fall out of the sky and pelt the earth. So the tribes that lived on the planet had to travel around in order to survive the harsh climate. But maybe because of their dire circumstances, the Aventurine tribe of Sigonia found their faith and purpose through their belief in Giathra Triclops, the goddess that encompasses everything in the universe, from the sky they look up to the earth underneath their feet. The Aventurine people believe that every year Giathra Triclops dies and ascends to the heavens as an aurora in the night sky, to be reborn the next day as the new year starts. They celebrate this day during the Kakava festival, during which they weave so-called knots of cyclicality from turquoise meteorites and throw them into bonfires to signify the goddess's ascension. Maybe because of their devotion, the Aventurine are blessed with almost unnatural beauty, charisma, and emotional intelligence, which, combined with their inborn appreciation for beautiful things, makes them able to thrive in almost any social situation. Unfortunately, many people became jealous or annoyed by them, and spread rumors and gossip about the Aventurine, claiming them to be thieves, liars, and charlatans. But the Aventurine tribe are not the only Sigonian tribe ostracized by the people of the universe. In contrast to the Aventurine, which means honey in Sigonian language, the Catechans, or Shell Slashers, are a ruthless and violent clan. Sadly, not much is known about the Catechans except for their hatred for the Aventurines, who share a long and bloody history with them. Even though there always have been tensions between the tribes, it all came to a boiling point when the IPC started to meddle with them. The IPC sometimes assists planets in becoming better than they were before, and introduces them to the rest of the galaxy, which is what most likely happened to Sigonia. They caused rain for the people in the desert, and they even established galactic sovereignty for them. So for a very short time, the Sigonians were actually united. But that all fell apart very quickly, because some Sigonians hadn't forgotten their hatred for the Aventurines and Catechans. So they used the clan's bad reputation and a couple of obscure laws to exile them both to the desert. As an apology, they promised the clans they would have complete autonomy over themselves after the exile. But this was just an excuse to not interfere in any conflict amongst them. This decision led to the Aventurines and Catechans sharing the same territory, and because of the warlike nature of the Catechans, it didn't take long for them to take drastic measures against the Aventurines. On the night of the Kakava festival, the Catechans invaded the Aventurines and massacred everyone. After the attack, 6,728 Aventurines were found dead, and 3,452 of them missing. There was only one survivor left, a single child named Kakavasha, who we now know as Aventurine. Of course, the IPC waited until after the destruction of the Aventurines to interfere, since because of the clan's autonomy, they didn't have to do anything except watch from afar what happened. Later, the IPC mentioned it only once to the public in order to mitigate damage to their image, of course. But other than that, they didn't really care about the clans at all. And as sad as this story is, the Aventurines themselves wouldn't be sad about their own destruction, because just like Giathra Triclops, they too will be reborn together as one. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good one. Bye.